Can I read the next one?
Yes, please go for it.
Increase maximum gold to 3 million. As it stands, a player is always a few ship upgrades away from having 0 gold. This is ridiculous.
So, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have no opinion on this one because there's not like a player-driven economy, so you really can't fuck it up. It's just a matter of like how difficult do you want to make things for people to get.
Right.
It's not like if you get your ship upgrade, for example, I can't get mine, and like we can't trade anything anyways. So I get that one, and I think that similar to how the different Toontown servers made, you know, the grind a little bit less tedious, in some cases a lot bit less tedious. It's like it's not a subscription game anymore. We're not trying to keep people so that they can
keep spending money.
Yeah.
I went back to Padres, by the way.
Why have needlessly difficult grinds, you know, just in general?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
It should feel fulfilling, but it shouldn't feel like there's no point in doing this. It's just tedious.
So there is a monetary cap or currency cap in Toontown, which you can expand, but there's really not a situation where like you will just run out just by like, you know, playing the game and doing one action.
Yeah. And I don't know, like the ship upgrades are actually a great example because of how expensive they are, and it's right, like you could amass that amount of gold and get the ship upgrade and still have enough left over to get the next one. But since they don't let you, you can't do that. I can't think of a similar thing in Toontown or many other MMOs in general. I think, you know, I don't know if you can. Any other examples?
I mean, I'm thinking like, I mean, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, they don't have those caps. I mean, RuneScape, you just, you know, your money you just put into a bank, and it's like whatever you can hold on to that's what you got.
Yeah.
I got to go through Beckett's Quarry again. I think we're heading right back out to that. Yeah, we're going to El Sudaron.
Oh, okay.
We got to go fight some undead raiders.
Next one is add a give button under whisper button. Allow players to give gold mats and other items to their friends.
No, we can't do that. I think you and I discussed that in the last session. Like, that would just ruin the economy.
Yeah, I don't think this game, especially at this point, you would have to essentially reset the economy if you were to introduce any kind of like player exchange of goods or gold.
Yeah, you'd have to, like, the rates for things would have to diminish and become even more rare and time consuming to find. Or in a situation like that, like, sure, let's say we keep the money cap. However, so you can't necessarily have too much of a sugar daddy. And so they can go around and buy you stuff, but drops from bosses, those become unique to you. So it's like in World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, once you get the item or if you put it on, it's yours.
It's bound, yeah. Yeah, I like that mechanic, and I think especially for, the high value items, that's a good way to do it, especially if you were to introduce any kind of, like, trading post system.
You can teleport to me, by the way. I'm in the area.
Cool. I don't think that would even work for this game, honestly.
No, I would say, no. Like, let's just not do that. Who's this fine piece? Oh, she's gonna shoot. Hold on, let me get in on this. I did not get in on that.
Yeah, that's a strong gun.
That is. Hold on,
this one is actually related to the gun. Remove the cutscene of Barbosa making a. This one's kind of long. I'm gonna shorten it. BS code about not using the pistol on humans and allow the players to use the pistol on
No,
humans.
we can't do that either.
Yeah, I don't think Disney would like that too much.
I mean, the fact that this game got a rated E10 plus is actually really good.
Dude, the gambling alone, I feel like they did not review that part of the game. I feel like that would have pushed it over by itself, or should have. No,
I mean, there's alcohol references to.
I mean, to heal yourself, you literally have to drink alcohol.
Yeah, I mean that's a real thing though. I mean, every time I'm not feeling good, I just fucking drink.
Yeah, and I learned it from this game.
Exactly. Thanks, Disney.
Yeah, this game especially, I feel like Disney probably it flies under their radar more than most. You don't want to do anything to mess that up.
No, definitely not. And you know, so many years ago, whenever I was willing to like jump into drama and everything, and I was, you know, speaking out about the other Pirates online server, you know, being out and about, you know, their practices as well was, you know, very detrimental.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta, okay.
And
I
I mean,
back.
it just takes one person in the right position at Disney to notice that, and it becomes a problem, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, you and I.
Especially when there's money involved.
Oh yeah, you and I both know about the Club Penguin stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That is so bad. You know, everything
And
that went
that
down
one
there.
was risky to do with in general because that game was always so much more popular, and like Disney paid to acquire Club Penguin, didn't they?
Yeah, they bought it around the time that it came out in like the mid 2000s ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so much more exposure, and you have to be so much more careful, and they did not do that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we got to remember that these games were originally they were originally for kids. And, you know, we understand what the rating system is, rated E for everyone. Anybody can technically play, like it's safe for all ages. I have to recover a sacrificial totem from a buried treasure chest, okay? Yeah, I mean, with like any environment on the internet that is a location where adults and children can be, especially with chatting, I think is dangerous. I think it's super dangerous. I think Toontown does the best with that whole process, where they have a their whole chat system. It's whitelist. Everything is whitelisted.
It is, and I learned recently, I guess, Toontown, the original dev team had a patent on that. It was like a novel concept at the time of their version of the speed chat system. I'm sure there were probably similar alternatives, but if you look it up online, they actually have a patent on speed chat.
Okay, no, I'd have to look into that. Also, if you see like a treasure chest location, let me know. That's all I'm looking for right now.
Oh, like the dig?
Yeah.
Oh,
right, over here.
Dig spots. Okay. This is another thing. Like, now you can look up the map of dig spots online. That was not a thing back in the day. But, you know, this gets into the interesting territory of these MMOs are technically abandonware, right?
Well, they're only abandonware if, like... Well, what constitutes abandonware that, like, it's just not accessible anymore?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's pretty straightforward with strictly single-player offline games. You know, like if it's not being supported or actively promoted or, you know, receiving security updates or whatever for the game, then it's abandonware. But in the case of, like, a server component that you have to connect to and needs to be hosted, I don't know. I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
But, you know, especially in the past couple of years, I think we talked about it in the last session or recently, you don't own anything anymore. Like, physical media is not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even digital media can, like, be clawed back. So if you don't if you can't own anything, can you really steal anything? And does this constitute stealing? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we got to go into Beckett's quarry. We have to find an unidentified informant, whatever that means.
I guess it goes back to like when the game was live and you paid for it. What are you paying for?
You're playing for
In the case of,
permission
like,
to play the game, basically.
yeah, the client to connect to the game. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing with World of Warcraft now. If you want to play your character, you got to fork over the cash.
yeah. But then even in the World of Warcraft example and a lot of the other like mainstream MMOs, there are private servers that are up even as the game is still in existence today. Like,
Which I feel is like really like that's really risky stuff.
yeah.
I don't know where this unidentified informant is supposed to be here. Do you want to cheat for our sake here?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
I don't know. I mean, okay, just for argument's sake, we can say that this technically is a form of abandonware because like there's abandonware that you can go online and like download and everything because it's not being sold. It's nowhere to be found. Nobody is really like even selling their copies, or maybe it doesn't even work unless like you modify it. So is anybody really losing revenue anymore? Sure, there's copyright, but like
Yeah, that's the other thing is like what harm is being done, you know? Like,
I think the
and
only harm would be done is if you're also like if you're taking it and then just trying to pass it off as your own. Like that
or
could be
you're
bad.
doing damage to their brand. That's where I
Yes.
understand like the shady shit. Like, yeah, if you're doing stuff like that and it's drawing unwanted attention to Disney, that is costing them money.
Right. Oh shoot, it's Bartholomew again.
Oh, he's back. It's probably the same one. I just sent it to you in the chat. We're looking for Jeremiah Chipvane. He is somewhere here in Beckett's Quarry shackled. I don't know if that's really going to help. I mean, he's a bald guy with a beard.
Okay, I mean, we know what to look for, so I guess let's just go around and see if we can find him. I'll go north. You can head.
Oh,
My game
there's an
struggles.
NPC.
You know what? Maybe it's this way. Like, there's people working over here.
Could be. Yeah, it doesn't specify, so I'm wondering if maybe he moves.
Let's just kill people until he spawns in.
But yeah, all in all, I think all these private servers, like the longer that the live game is gone and dead, probably the less they have to worry about that. But I would still worry about it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know how people.
Plus, this game hasn't done what the like Rewritten did with removing like the blatant Disney IP. You know.
Yeah, like there's still Jack Sparrow. There's still like all the characters. There's still the movie enemies that we just fought.
Yeah.
They're all here. The music is also here too.
Yes, that's probably the most blatant. Like,
I know we kind of like veered off due to the discussion of.
yeah, that's a big topic. Sorry.
No. I mean, I think it's actually a really interesting one because, like, sure, I'm sure there could be like a private server where that's implemented and everything, but like this being the private server to join for Pirates Online and, you know, reliving this and continuing it. Yeah, you have to like uphold the Disney requests and everything. What they were kind of envisioning.
Yeah. You could make the argument that like maybe if you made like a single player spin-off kind of like PvP game or something where you wanted to play around with that stuff and there is none of the Pirates of the Caribbean branding and music, like maybe but yeah, like in this version of the game, and even if it were a separate private server, I don't think that would be a good idea. Plus, there's only 400 people playing right now. You don't want to splinter the community any further.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I'm happy that, you know, I've been seeing more social media posts from The Legend of Pirates Online and everything. Like, those that are interested in this, it was never really that popular in comparison to Toontown, and that's fine. It still has a place that a
Well,
lot of
Penguin.
people really like. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think and it wouldn't have lasted as long as it has if people working on it weren't passionate about it. So it's
Oh,
the
I
most
think I
important thing.
found him. Yep, I found him.
Oh, perfect. I'd like to teleport, but I have people chasing me.
Let's see. Oh, I have to go back to Padres anyways. But just for our reference, he is like, if you take where on the map it says the catacombs, he's like just a row down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where you're.
My coworkers are like, we have a, what the fuck was that? Bro, this Bartholomew guy is like, he's just fancy as hell. He teleported in and there was like a jingle along with it.
He's got aura.
He does. And he has drip. Two things I would
He's
never
got drip and
have.
aura. He's everything that I want to be.
I know, dude. That completely, like, I lost my train of thought from that, actually. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about.
Your
Just then.
coworker?
Oh, yeah, my coworkers are like, we've got like an iMessage group chat, and they've just been like back and forth. And I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. We never use that. So I think they're just kind of like joking around about something.
It's lighting up. Yeah.
Wait, we have to go back
always...
to the informant? Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I shouldn't teleport. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm running back over now.
Me too.
Yeah, it's always interesting when a dormant group chat just suddenly starts lighting up.
I know. I just keep checking my phone, and it's like there's just more activity, and it's like, you know what? I'm good. You know, I'll catch up later.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be seeing them tomorrow. Right. Like, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah. You want the next one?
Yeah. Actually, let me pull Reddit back up on my phone. Let's see. We're on number 6. Yes. Let's see. No more getting one-shot killed in ships that have upgraded hulls, 2-shot at most. That means nerfing explosives from enemy ships. I don't know what to think about that one personally.
I'm less familiar with that too. I mean, I would agree with the amount of gold that you have to spend to upgrade your hull, that being able to be one-shotted is crazy. I wasn't even aware that's a thing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it whenever you're running around here. I mean, you can get one shot by any of these guys if you're a low enough level.
Yeah, but like in sailing especially, you have a group of people, that really sucks.
Okay. Number 7 actually is pretty interesting. Introduce a system to poll the player community about issues and act on the results. And that kind of reminds me of
RuneScape.
Old school RuneScape, yes.
Yeah.
I like that, actually.
Yeah. I think all MMOs should do that.
Oh, yeah. Like, integrate that into the game, too. Like, don't have this, like, all right, make sure you sign up for the forums and, you know,
Well, plus, especially if you do it the way that RuneScape does it, where it's like, hey, we're considering one of these 2 directions for the game, or one of these 2 expansions, or like major additions. Like, which direction should we go? You would think you want to go with the majority rather than just assuming as the developer, I know what all my users want.
Yeah, like, as you're developing the game, the players, like, yes, you're all a part of the same community, but, oh, we get to go to Fort Dundee. We gotta go kill some people there. Yeah, we go back to Padres, and then I think it's like down south.
Yeah, I think it's over by the jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm cool with that idea, honestly. Like, because there's more of a disconnect because as you develop the game, you begin to disconnect slightly from the player base a little bit and what they want. Because you're looking for efficiency and maybe some other qualities.
Well, agreed. You have a different perspective. But you are also a player, and you should probably recognize that the way that you play the game and what you value in the game isn't necessarily the same as everyone.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. What do I got to kill here? Navy officers, Navy veterans, and Navy sergeants. Time to get started.
You're gonna kill the vets?
Gotta do what I gotta do, man. Gotta do what I gotta do.
So much for the troops, I guess. Alright.
What's weird is
Can I
that...
read the next one?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, go
go
ahead.
for it. I was just gonna say, like, this is such a weird quest because, like, I'm pretty sure all of these mobs are severely underleveled compared to, like, what I'm at.
Yeah, and I think you're about the level that you should be for this quest, too, which is weird. Because, like I said, the original story, which finished with the Black Pearl and Pirates Online, I believe capped out around level 30. So if we're on the next chapter and you're level 33, that's about where you should be. So yeah, it's weird that they're having you go after these kinds of enemies.
It is weird. I mean, I'm sure there's, like, lore and everything behind it, but just like all MMOs, I kind of don't give a shit about whatever the story is right now.
Well, and
Sorry,
these
viewers.
are pretty much just fetch quests and kill quests. So
Yeah. But yeah, what's the next one on our list here?
um, number 8, buff Firebrand, the cannon shot. Back to percentage base damage. Start at half of whatever percent it was before.
Yeah, again, I don't have an opinion on this one because I'm not familiar.
Yeah, same. I wasn't aware they changed it. 9. Option to favorite a ship. This will be the ship at the top of the list and on the dinghy, and it will display the ship behind the character at the main menu instead of the light sloop. I like that just for the main menu thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. Me too. Me too. I'd be
If
cool
you
with
want to
that.
take that further, I know we talked about this, I think, in the last session, but the idea of bringing back the ships actually like being there at like you're able to launch at the dock and sail out from the dock.
Yeah,
I think would
but
be cool.
going back to, like, engine restrictions, I don't think it'd work out. Like, this game has enough fucking problems as is, Like, I don't think we can do it.
Plus, I'm sure it would be a shit show to try and not have that look terrible visually,
Right.
especially like in crowded areas. While keeping the damage balanced, redesign the ship of the line and add a third row of cannons, such as a massive... Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of this one, but bringing in the ship of the line, I do like. That's the, like, the biggest Navy ship that there is. I don't know if you've seen, like, the treasure fleets or some of the bounty hunters that are, like, those giant ships.
Yeah.
But like that's the only type of ship, as far as I'm aware, that you can actually purchase as a player. And I think they had it available at one point on the test server when Pirates Online was still live, but they never made it because it was just so overpowered. They weren't going to give it to players.
I mean, if it is like a balancing thing, then I understand, because it is already so, in my opinion, from my perspective of things, just so easy to just like lawnmower over everything.
Yeah. You'd have to nerf it probably.
Which at that point kind of defeats the purpose, I would say.
Right. Yeah. I think most of the people that would want it because it's overpowered. Just,
hey man,
it's one of those things.
I respect it.
MMO players think they want something and then, it ruins the game.
Hey man, big numbers, big damage, I like.
Yeah, go up.
3 more Navy veterans and 6 more officers. I don't need any more sergeants. The officers seem to be the most difficult to find.
I feel like Unrate is crazy fast now.
Wait,
I don't know if it was always this way, but it feels like after it's 20 seconds and then the enemy is back. It's respawned.
You know what? I was thinking that earlier. Like, I don't know how it may have been beforehand, but I mean, I can't complain either.
People probably got tired of waiting around for enemies, so they changed it.
What number are we on here?
11.
Add a 5th ship slot so players can have one of each special type of ship. That I also don't have too much of an opinion, but I could say, like... Okay, I'm good on veterans, so it's just officers now.
That's one of those, like, it doesn't hurt. Why not?
Yeah, unless, like, you want there to be, like, Like you're having to like force people to choose type situation to like leave one out, kind of like the gag tracks in
Poison.
Toontown.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. To me, it's not like I don't know. The different types of ships are useful in different situations, so I can understand that one a little bit more. But yeah, maybe the idea of having to, you don't have this type, so you're gonna struggle more in these situations. You have to make it work. That is part of the challenge of the game.
Yeah, so I could go either or, really. I can see
Yeah.
both sides of it. Number 12, add 20 more levels to the mastery of cannon, sword, etc., allowing for true mastery, having every skill maxed. One should not be able to master the cannon in a couple hours, nor should trips to retrain be routine. Let us enjoy the game. The grind for the sword and other weapons should be easier. Each type of mastery grind should be similar in length and difficulty and enjoyment.
Yeah, I agree. Like, for the sake of balance, everything should probably be about the same level of difficulty and time.
Right.
But you don't want to just make everything easier. I think you need to find a middle ground.
I think that's exactly it. Also, why aren't any officers spawning?
I don't know.
That's why I keep on killing these, like, other guys. I'm just trying to get, like, some to
More to
spawn.
spawn.
Yeah, so if you want to kill any, by the way, go for it. It might help. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
It's all good, man. I think with age, it becomes a lot easier for us to forget shit.
It's worse when I've started the thought, because I think my brain is just like, oh, you got this one.
Yeah.
Done.
Man. Low-key, man, I am turning 28 in less than a month, and knowing that, like, I'm technically in my late 20s now is kind of depressing.
Yeah, existential, for sure. I turn 28 later this year.
Oh, fantastic. We'll both be kind of suffering through that.
No, it's interesting, man. Especially when you think about. I don't know if you have this thought a lot, but the fact that it's 2025 now.
Yes, man. Time has just gone by, like, in a blink.
The early 2000s were over 20 years ago, man.
Man, like, I want to say I've got vivid memories of, like, all these events and shit that are, like, now decades ago. And that is just weird.
Yeah. Even playing these games, like, thinking about where we are now and the fact that these things still exist after, like, I was thinking about this recently. TTR came into existence, what, in, like, 2014?
I want to say it was, like,
2015?
2013 whenever they got it, like, you know, advertised and stuff that, like, hey, we're doing this.
Yeah, because it was like the announcement for, this is how I remember it at least, Toontown Online, the announcement for Toontown Online closing was posted, and then like shortly after that, the rewritten project, I don't even know if it was called that at that point, was announced. And then like a year later, like the day of it closing was when like the open beta started, I believe, or closed beta started.
I think it was more of like an alpha at the time, but
yeah,
like,
maybe it was like the invasion event, but there was something on like as a milestone on that day. It's wild to me that they were able to put it together so quickly and that it still exists with, you know, a pretty big player base. Even this game, considering, you know, that it was smaller, the fact that they're still around is crazy.
Yeah, but man, it's time has really flown by. Like, I know that years ago, whenever we were recording this, or like even back whenever I was recording this solo, like the people that were coming in, like, there was somebody that I think it was what became one of our finales after our finale, if that made any sense. Like, I think we were...
Yeah, we had a couple of them.
we were doing Raven's Cove, I think.
Ah, okay.
Bartholomew, no, I needed to kill that fucking officer. This guy.
We should have crewed up. Damn it.
I know.
I was afraid to ask him. He seemed so cool.
He did. Man, he like, you know, he gave me a 7 out of 10, man.
Yeah, that's, I mean, and he thought about it.
Yeah,
Like, he took the time.
he gave us some like some thought on that one. No, he's gonna kill another one. God damn it! Stop.
Screw him.
Let me get like a hit.
How does he know where to find
Yes, I
this
got a
thing?
hit on him. That's all I needed.
This is the last one.
Okay, one more guy. I gotta get one more officer.
I killed everyone up there, and I couldn't get one to spawn.
I don't think they're up there. I've been going in like these little under areas. Oh, one spawn down here. I'm gonna go get him real quick. Bartholomew's trying to fuck things up though. Oh.
In the MMO space, another thing I was thinking about recently that's like totally different now compared to 15, 20 years ago, like you don't see ads for MMOs on TV, or I feel like even on streaming services.
Are the Wizard 101 ads not a thing anymore?
No. No, I don't think those have been a thing for a while.
I don't watch TV, so.
But those are a good example of like the the campaigns that they ran for these games, like the original Toontown ads, the Wizard 101 ads with those like very kind of creepy looking animation style. Like it was just a very surreal thing to watch as a kid. Even the Pirates Online one, ooh, it's like it looks like a very poorly modeled Pirates of the Caribbean.
But man, I ate that shit up. Especially Toontown was my most favorite out of all the stuff, all the advertisements and everything. If there was a Toontown ad, like
ad.
I loved it. Every commercial.
Yeah, the like, what would you do with the like dude in the cog suit? That was cool. Or the like, teleportation, like you take the hole out of your pocket and throw it down on the
love
floor
that
in the
shit,
middle.
man. I love that.
Yeah,